Hello friends, welcome back. In this quick demonstration, we are going to discuss a frequency vibration tool. We call this frequency manual ranges. This tool is designed to find terminal points with the balance points and natural points coming together with the added volatility. This is a great structure to follow if you want to take larger swing trades with 10-20 lots, and if you can hedge it, you have a very profound impact on your financial outcome. So this tool, once it is dropped, comes with a hotspot. So we are looking at multi-day, a 5-minute chart. At the same time, I want you to put your focus on this run-up. This run-up, if you look on the hourly chart or 4-hour chart, this is the momentum scenario where we have very strong bias, news-driven or other reasons. At the same time, if you profile this data, you see there are some stopping points right here, stopping points right here. These stopping points are of great interest to us who are trading things professionally. If you do it properly through the adventures of market profiling, you will see clearly if you go through a profile course offered by us or elsewhere, you will see why these areas are so important. Because we're dealing with the 80% trading phenomena called algo trading. So there are a lot of patterns all over, including in this NQ space. So by adding this natural laws and putting it on a bigger context picture, we have an opportunity to find strong terminal points. So if I put my tool here, it is doing all the calculations. It is also giving us the endpoints. This is where the cycle has completed. And it is saying when the cycle is going to be reflecting, we have to see. We could have gone to this one too, like it did here. We saw that precisely on this level, as you can see right here, there are some selling tails. Why are these tails here? Right? This is a volatile market. We love it. So there are no accidents in nature. Everyone must obey the natural laws. So when we see this reflection, now we also, if you understand profiling on the other screen, I don't want to bring all the screens here, but you got the point that, hey, there was a resting area in the algo here, right? And this is also what we can say midpoint. If you take this run up, this is your 50% of that run up. If you take this run up, 50%, right? 61%. So this run up, this whole idea of run up and pullback is happening at the 50 or 61 area. Now I'm suggesting there are possibilities to use these natural points to initiate a trade, especially if they are hedged and biased trade. So let's say I want to trade by a complex hedge structure of NQ, ES, YM, or bond versus NQ. You need to understand those ratios, how they work, and how to take advantage. But we are doing it on a specific critical endpoint, and then we hold it for the whole day to meet the objective $8, $10, $27. All right. So that is what this tool does for us. Now these are larger cycles, and you can see the tool is here. I stopped it and we put it here. You can see it went to the same natural cycle. Isn't it funny? It is a natural cycle which is compiling the movements and addressing the chaos. And what you guys are used to seeing this is just 50%, which is not a bad idea. Profile will show the same thing, but we're looking at natural laws. So natural law was addressed here beautifully. So I think that is something we have to really check. This is for a very large movement points, That is the key. It went back to this level. So they just run to these levels like magnets. That is the whole discussion, that you should be happy about learning about the natural laws, and when applied in any market, even as volatile as NQ, there are some patterns you can address. So I compress the chart and I move it here. So let's move it to the previous week and see how it works. We're going to do the same thing. So this week low is right here. Now what is going to happen, all these levels will start working very nicely for you. So we got this level. Now as we talk about, the market should stop and rest at these levels. If they penetrate, slice it through, and then they rest, then again the laws of reflection and retesting on the other side is very important. So it broke that level very strongly, stopped here, went to the next level, came back to retest it. Again it's bouncing at these levels, but this level was not used at all, because remember, it just sliced through this. Boom. So it has to stop at the level like it did here, like it did here, like it did here. This is where Gann's law of double top, triple top comes into picture. We are showing the same laws with some laws of vibration. When the frequency is at the terminal point, we should see it terminated, not guess about it. And when you see it is slicing through this, there's some bigger frequency. This is on a 5-minute chart. If you address this on a different time frame, you will see sliced why this is slicing. So this vibration only works, as you can see, now it is working nicely. It must stop for this level to be valid. If we put it on the level of interest, oops, all right, I wanted to put it, let me zoom in a little bit. We talk about always big bar, right? Big bar. Somehow this is too constraining. Okay, I think we got it. So this is the same thing we are seeing, but if market is going sideways, we saw this big bar coming in, I just put it in. You have it from here, you put it in, what happens? You're looking for some evidence that which level is going to be usable for me. You stopped here, and the two options can happen. It's going to go down or go up. It went up. If it went up, let's say you took a small stop loss, let it come back, this will hold. Support becomes a resistance at our level. All right, so I think this is one approach we think really helps a lot if you are dealing with frequencies and natural laws. And we always preach things differently, that we are looking at some DNA of the market. One of them is, again, we call it like a big banking bar. So this 500 bar is not really a big banking bar, but this DNA structure is replaying through frequencies. And it eventually, and if you look at this whole picture of this week, the biggest bar, momentum bar, is this. They're trying to raise the levels, and they will raise it to the next highest frequency of 369, reflect it. So from this structure, we mark it. They say, hey, maximum extension I'm expecting is here. Okay, we don't know. Great. Then from here, we got that. So there's a double collision of the circles. And circle is a cycle. Now you can see, okay, this is the area I'm expecting market to go, and it goes. So having this bigger zoomed out picture helps put things in context. So what is happening is, what we are noticing in the retail market space, people are trading this, which is okay. We have different tools for that. We have mandalas for those things, right? But you don't know which are the larger levels which are going to trump the smaller levels. So I've added the new tool here. Sunday open for NQ. Now this is yet another inside day frequency vibrations. We have changed it to different formulas for NQ. But you see this extreme vibrations. Again, we are 369 forecast for a reason. Tesla, the greatest mind ever born, did everything in his mind. So if I take the Sunday open, I will be only dealing with 369. Why is this happening? Happening for a reason. So there are various ways of doing things, and again, we also love to put things on the big bar. What are we expecting? We will be playing only at 369 levels. Okay, it went up very hard. Went to which level? Boom, 9, 6. So let's move it again. So you can do what we call this is a chasing frequency for NQ as well. So move it here. What do you see? 9, 6, 9, 6, 9. This, what seems like a random scenario, is not random at all. So if you have, this is where you need to understand, because nature is not a linear, it's not unfolding in 1D space, 2D space. We live in 3D space. It is unfolding in 5th dimension space, 6th dimension, the latent metric space, projected downwards by reducing the latent space dimensions into 3D space. That's why you experience compression. So this looks like a 2D unfolding if you keep your mind staring at this space and imagine there's something is coming towards you in 3D space. So how do you train your mind? This is vibrating in 3D space, but you're projecting on 2D. And this is where a lot of practice and other things help you. Now from this guy, again, we're going to only work with 369 frequencies. So 12 is 3, 9, 3, 6, and goes on and on and on. So we have taken two components of natural laws, 369 for NQ, the Sunday open, we call it. In ES, we keep them frozen for the entire scenarios. Here we are saying let's unleash these powers at the pivot points. and then we superimpose with the natural frequencies. So Sunday frequencies of 369, natural frequencies, they are exclusively designed for NQ. They come together to generate a composite roadmap. Again, everything happening by the laws of nature. Now, if you're a scalper, you have a challenge. I put it here. I think this is more of a printing issue, but if I have more data, it will show. Again, where it went from here, 9, and crashed. So you got the idea how you have to think and research with the right mindset. I hope this helped. Put some ideas into your mind. Thank you very much.